What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Lucid, more specifically options. So frequently in my videos I do bring up options. It's a good sentiment to kind of indicates where big money is truly feeling that the stock is going to go to. So I like to bring that up. But a lot of people don't know about options. They've been asking me what I have been doing. So I do still have planned a tutorial video. So I'll be kind of popping that out soon, most likely this weekend. But for this video, I want to go over what I look for in doing options and what I currently have as far as Lucid options. So without further ado, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Hopefully everyone's having an amazing weekend thus far. And with all that, let's get right to it. So starting off, when it comes down to options, it's no wonder why a lot of people don't do options, because just frankly, looking at this sometimes is very daunting. And if you don't know anything about what these numbers mean, again, it could really drive you insane and deter you from actually doing options. I love it. Of course, it's taken some time to kind of learn it. So this is why I always say, take the time, take a couple days, research it, dabble with it. You might lose $20 here and there, but bigger picture, you're going to learn a huge lesson and it's going to be very profitable. But essentially, in my case, since I actually do have Lucid stock, what I like to do is sell covered calls. So use your shares as basically collateral. But when you're doing options, you always want to choose a strike price and expiry date. When Lucid was fairly high, so when it was, I think, end of October/November, right before they did announce the dilution, I actually did lock in some $5 calls. So that's what I did, and those are going to expire worthless. That's my end goal, because instead of just having stocks sitting around, what you could do is always sell covered calls and collect some additional premiums. So I did lock in some for June 2025, $5 calls, like I said. So I was comfortable based on my average to do that, and where the stock price is now, those options have gone down dramatically. But beside the point, one thing that I have started to really look at is buying calls. Typically, you only buy calls when you feel that the stock price is going to appreciate significantly. And ultimately, Lucid, as much as I like the product, over the last, since 2022, it's been on a very crazy downtrend. So if you are optimistic about the stock and you kept buying calls, that's the downside of doing options. A lot of them would have kind of expired worthless. But with it right now building more and more momentum, this might be a good time to potentially start looking at calls. And so again, you have to kind of determine the strike price, expiry date. A lot of people do generally trying to target actual events, so whether it be earnings, launches, PR, something along those lines. So I was starting to look at early 2025 call options, and that way you can kind of benefit. And the reason why people look at buying calls is simply this. So going over here, Lucid over the last 1 month is up 47.32%. Very profitable or very good run, I guess. But if we look at this, so the $2.50 strike price, if someone did buy it in December, you would have paid roughly around 5 cents. It closed on Friday at 41 cents, so a good 8x. This is why a lot of people do like options, because it is very, very profitable, very beneficial. Of course, you kind of have to buy when there is a lot of fear, and those individuals that did do that 250 strike price at that time, so December, this time period when it was at 210, yeah, a little bit more speculative at that stage, but clearly that's how you make some pretty good money. So with a nice trend confirmed for it to kind of continue to move higher, I think right now I'll be starting to look at call options. Pretty much the first time in like several years for Lucid. But generally what I like to do is sell puts and sell calls. In case you don't know, by selling a put, let's go over to, let's say, January. Let's assume you were going to buy a stock of Lucid right now, and if you want to collect some extra benefit, what you could do is just sell a put, because let's say at the $3 strike price, it's going for roughly around 28 cents. So equates to around $28. If you sell puts And if it closes, let's say by January 10th, 2025 below that, then you buy it regardless. That's what you're going to do anyways. But in the end, you get an extra $28 or 28 cents for premium. And that's one thing that I like. Of course, that's my end goal. I try to target on my trading account, one of my trading accounts, between like $500 to $1,000 every single week just by options premium. I don't just get it from Lucid, I get it from many other sources, but that's generally what I like to look for. And I did post this in the past, so it goes over every single option strategy ranging from beginner, intermediate to advanced, everything that you need to know. As well, I actually did pop and post it on my Patreon. So under my Patreon, this is where I've even on December the 1st, I put Lucid as a very good buy signal. Reiterated that on December the 17th. So pop over there to kind of take a look at that. Link in the description below and also the comments. But basically right here, you do have a lot of this. So all of these options, strategies ranging from beginner, intermediate. So if you ever want to click on one, it goes over kind of a good description, the break-even price, how to calculate that, the max loss, max benefit, everything that you need to know. So I think right now, given the circumstances, a long call might be very advantageous, once again given just Lucid's good momentum. But no matter what, just do your own due diligence, dabble with options. I myself just did it all myself. I did lose some money initially, and I still recommend a lot of individuals just to do it that way. Even if you lose, let's say $5 to $10 per trade, the experience that you get is just absolutely insane. People might not understand that, but if you look at this information, at least you dabble or kind of understand the basics of it, just try it out. So especially trying it out in a stock that you feel is going to appreciate, such as Lucid or many other stocks, whatever floats your boat, that is something to that could benefit. So long story short, this is kind of what I have been doing myself with Lucid. So just selling calls, selling puts. Now I'm starting to dabble and think about potentially buying a call, and most likely I would be targeting Q4 earnings. So that would be basically February 21st, 2025 expiry date. Most likely that would probably be the most advantageous, because by that time the whole debt ceiling kind of scenario will hopefully have subsided by then, and then at the same time you potentially could have some good results, more data associated to the Gravity orders and whatever else. So that's what I'm doing. You do whatever floats your boat. So let me know your thoughts on Lucid. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. Hopefully everyone's having an amazing weekend thus far. And then, like I said, pop over to my Patreon, where I'm giving buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolute bangers. So pop over there and take a look. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.